you? Today is Veterans Day, and that's what I thought I would draw about, sort of connect it with some other things that happened in the news today. Hi, Lucia. Um, yeah, every weekday I draw and talk and read your comments and have a discussion about things in the news. Um, and that's what I'm going to do today. So let me turn you around. This is Liza Donnelly from Haps News, and if you want to support me, you can go to my profile and support me as a sponsor, or just give me a cup of coffee, or give me a little like. That would be great. Appreciate you being here. Let me turn this around so you can see my desk and my hand as I draw. This is my palette. Get to the color later. I have CNN on, as usual. And this is my, I need to get this framed, but this is a drawing I did of Kamala Harris. Just a quick sketch of her and her Chuck Taylors a while ago, months ago, I think that was. I want to get it framed. Hi, Pablo. So let me put this in its little holder, and I can start drawing for you guys. Yeah, so it's Veterans Day. Now, I have in my family 2 veterans on my side of the family. My father served in World War II in the Navy, and my uncle served in World War II in the Army, and he was killed at age 19. It's very sad to lose your life so soon. But he was fighting for what he believed to be important, and that's amazing. I'm very proud to be his niece. Never knew him. All right, so what I'm drawing, so I really didn't have a great idea today. It happens sometimes. So, but I did have this idea in the middle of the night that I wanted to draw people. So I didn't follow that idea immediately. When I was thinking about what to draw today, I thought, oh, there's all these things that are happening in the news. I should draw about that. And there are things happening, of course, always are. And we'll get to that in a minute. But I also knew that I wanted to draw about Veterans Day. And if you Google Veterans Day, Google image Veterans Day, all you see is a bunch of flags, a lot of flags. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to draw, think about what I was thinking in the middle of the night and draw a lot of people. But also, one thing I really like drawing is diversity. And that's, to me, what our country is about. It's a melting pot. It's a place where we accept people of different skin colors, religions, ethnicities, countries. So I thought I would just draw a bunch of people holding the American flag and talk. And the other thing that made me think that this is an idea that's apropos, the flags have been in the news a lot indirectly, in that I noticed after the election, people were posting videos of themselves putting their flag out on their houses. And these people that are doing this were and are Biden supporters. And the reason why I think that was happening is that many people, many Democrats and people that did not support Trump, felt that this flag had been abducted by the Trump supporters. That somehow they were the ones that were the most patriotic, and if you put a flag out, it somehow meant that you were a Trump supporter, and that's just really not right. Because I'm not a big flag waver. I think that nationalism has its place, and that our flag is beautiful. It's a great symbol for what we stand for, but I'm not a huge nationalist in that I think we all are important. All countries are important. And that's why I particularly like Joe Biden's saying that the policy of America first is going to end under his administration. It's really not helpful for us to be so nationalistic, for anybody to be so nationalistic. Anyway, that said, I'm very proud of my country. I'm a proud American. But we are built on people from all over the world. My ancestors are from Ireland a long time ago, and England also a long time ago, 1600s and 1800s. Give this guy bell bottoms. Why not? I like drawing different kinds of people. Draw one more person. I'll draw two more people. I want to make sure a lot of different types of people are represented. And the other thing I was thinking about was I read an article today about the election, now Trump is not conceding, and that the Republican Party is most members of the Republican Party in the legislature are not coming out and saying that Biden won. They're trying to sort of stick by Trump as long as they can. And the article was talking about how the Republican Party is struggling to stay alive, or at least the conservative part of that party. Why is it sticking? Because the conservative wing of the Republican Party might be just dying out because so many people. I mean, it's because our country is so diverse now, even more than ever. It's gotten to be most diverse in history, and the Republican Party is not embracing the diversity at all, and they're struggling. This election, most elections have to do with maintaining our democracy and our diversity, and so it's a struggle between the forces that don't want diversity and that don't want to share the power. And this particular election was clearly in that vein. So let's see what some of you guys are saying. Great way to commemorate Veterans Day. Thank you, Marianne McGrail. There's two streams of this for some reason. Oh, I don't know why. That's not something I can fix. It's the HAPS people that are watching. You want to check into that? There's two streams going at the same time. I'm going to keep painting and not stop and look at your comments right now because I want to see if I can get this done. Hi, Aaliyah. Thanks. Good to see you here. Hi, Steve. Looking at your comments. Let me talk to Electric Bubblegum team about HAPS TV. How long have I been doing comics? I've been doing cartoons since I was 7 years old. Aries says, still getting used to this app. Yes, it's a brand new app, and they're in startup, and they invited me to be a verified journalist, and I'm really happy. Glad you're here, Aries. Hi, Brett. Hi, Pablo. Hi, Peter. Looking at your comments. So, let's see. Back to the painting. Can you see? Make sure it's in the visual. Yeah, so this election, as most elections are in some way about race, but in diversity, this one in particular. and because there were people on the left that were fighting against diversity and the inclusion and the rights of people of color and immigrants. And and also I think it's really interesting that in this election, it is the people of color who, this is getting my paper wet. It's the people of color, oh great, who really pushed the Democrats to victory, pushed over the top. I'm going to move this up a little bit so you can see more of what I'm doing. The race in Georgia is fascinating. Are you following that? That there's 2 runoff races in Georgia. This is annoying. It got wet, now it's bent, but it'll be fine. 2 runoff races in Georgia for the Senate, and if it will determine whoever wins those races, it will determine which party controls the Senate, and it's really a key part of our system, because if the House is now Democratic, if the Senate becomes Republican, it'll be very hard for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris to get much done, get much legislation passed. Even though Joe really wants to work with the other side, the way they are now, the way they're behaving now, in terms of not conceding the election, they're supportive of the president in fighting the election, even though he lost. Get a bigger brush. But so keep an eye on those elections. They're going to say a lot. A lot of news about the coronavirus, of course. It's really bad in most of the country. New York, it's still okay. It's not great, but you just tuned in. I'm Liza Donnelly. I'm a cartoonist and a writer for The New Yorker and other publications and HAPS News. I live draw every weekday at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. And it's great to be here. If you're new to HAPS, it's a really interesting global platform that is mostly about streaming journalists. They reached out to me to become a verified journalist to live draw events, which I do usually when we're not in a pandemic. I'm out in the world drawing things, events and news events and cultural events, but I can't really do that right now. I can a little bit, but like I have been broadcasting some from. Ooh, that's not a pleasant color. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to use that color. It's kind of mustard. Live drawing events on my tablet, my iPad. I can show you some of those in a minute when I'm done with this. But now, since I'm in my studio, I live draw the news, and I often will draw political cartoons. Today I'm just drawing a cartoon celebrating Veterans Day and celebrating our diversity, which is what we're all about. We're a diverse country. And I believe that our election was about the fight for respecting our diverse Americans, respecting all Americans. Black Lives Matter. Immigrants. Let's see. Okay. This lady does not have skin color. She could be wearing white gloves, but no, she's not. Oh, I'm sorry. You can't see what I'm doing. I apologize. All right. I watched a little bit of footage of both President-elect Biden and President Trump at ceremonies for the veterans. It was raining where Trump was. I guess Arlington Cemetery. It was raining there, and you remember when he was in France and he was supposed to go to an event for veterans, probably war heroes. He didn't go because it was raining. Today he was there, even though you could see it was raining, visibly raining on everybody who was there. No umbrellas. I'm so respectful of veterans. I cannot believe the kind of sacrifice that they decide to take on, risking their lives to protect democracy and help other people. Almost done. Let's get the blue in there. I'll put the oops. I'll put the stars in later. I can't put them in now. You have to wait till it dries, and then you add white. Did anybody do anything special for Veterans Day today? Did you go to a cemetery? Or it's not really Memorial Day, but did you go honor some veterans? Do you remember when Trump said people that join the military are losers? He has no idea what service is. He also said that he didn't think John McCain was a war hero because he got captured. It's just bizarre. Just really. Don't understand. I'm running out of colors. Okay. There you have it, a Veterans Day drawing. I'll finish it later. Put the flags in later. But let me show you some of my live drawings. This is my iPad. This is a drawing I'm doing for somebody. Let's see. Well, here, World Cup finals. I didn't go there, but I drew it from the television a couple years ago. That was challenging. This is interesting. This is years ago. There's the Golden Globes. I didn't go to the Golden Globes. This is fun. Do you remember when Obama came out and he was on TV and he was wearing a big tan suit. It wasn't this big, but he was wearing a tan suit and he was talking about ISIS. This is I don't know how many years ago, but all everybody could talk about was the fact that he was wearing a tan suit. He usually wears a dark suit, and it was very distracting. And so I drew that this is a, not a real live drawing because I made it up. I made the suit really big. Let's see, where was that fusion rise? This was an event on the border of Mexico. I worked for Fusion magazine, drawing there's Jorge Ramos, drawing an event, a cultural event to protest the wall that Trump wanted to build. My style has changed a little bit since then. This is Samantha Power, who was the U.S. ambassador at the time. So let's see, find something. I do get to go to the Oscars every year. This year, I hope I get to go. We'll see. I'm looking for something interesting to show you. Oh, a lot of. Here's our inauguration. I went to the inauguration in Washington in 2016, and this is CBS. These are the anchors. But I drew what I saw, and these were a lot of Trump supporters that were having their picture taken. Some kids. It was fascinating. I'm planning on going to the inauguration this year. Next year is in January, and I'll draw what I see when I'm there in Washington. This is the Obamas waiting for the Trumps to arrive. I have more. I drew the Women's March, that in 2017. Ashley Judd was there. Michael Moore was speaking, and I didn't see him. I wasn't up close, but I saw him on a big, huge monitor. Big, huge man on a big, huge monitor. Muriel Bowser, the mayor of D.C. was there, of course. My style has changed since then. It's gotten a little less thick pencil. Women's March. Let's see if I can find something more recent. Is this interesting? Well, I don't know. I can't find Oscars. Okay. Oscars. Yeah, so I get to go to the Oscars every year. This is the year that there was a mistake in the giving out the award, I think. Maybe not. Frances McDormand. And get to see, this is Nicole Kidman. Caught her running by on the red carpet. Charlize Ronan, Woody Harrelson, Matthew McConaughey, Whoopi Goldberg, Helen Mirren. Who was that? So, and I just draw certain people that are there. No big names, but that was just a woman. I didn't know who she was. Yeah, there was somebody vacuuming the red carpet before the event began. Anyway, so those are my live drawings when I get to go places, and I'm going to be going to the inauguration. Let me see what you guys are saying. Put this back on the screen so I can read your comments. Do I think the Democrats cheated? No, I don't. I think there was probably irregularities, but not any orchestrated cheating. No. Yeah, that was an iPad you were looking at. No, they're drawn on the iPad. The software is called Paper. It's really great software. It's made by WeTransfer. Marianne, thinking about the enormous sacrifices made by men and women from all walks of life, every ethnicity, for our freedoms, our lives, and your thing keeps going away. And future, thanks to them all, their families and friends. I agree. Paper is the software. Yep. All right, well, I think I'll turn this around and say goodbye. Thank you for joining me. Good to see you as always. And I will see you again tomorrow. Same time, same place, 5:30. Good to see you, and thank you for joining me. This is Liza Donnelly, Haps Haps News, and join me again, please. Inspire.